The Kyle Lake Foundation. The Kyle Lake Foundation was established in 2007, and it exists to assist Christians and Christian churches to be better equipped for making the presence and message of Christ both real and meaningful in an ever-changing world, and to continue the focus of Kyle's ministry through the foundation that bears his name. Who was Kyle Lake? Kyle was a well-known Tyler native who was born to David and Shirley Lake in 1972. Kyle was the brother to Jody, Jonah, and Christy Lake. He attended Andy Woods and Hubbard schools before graduating from Robert E. Lee High School. He was a popular classmate, being both a good student and active in sports. In fact, he was co-captain of the Lee High School 1990 soccer team that was a state finalist. Kyle was a graduate of Baylor University and Truett Theological Seminary. He was also the former pastor of University Baptist Church in Waco, who was accidentally electrocuted before approximately 800 worshipers while preparing to baptize a former Baylor student on homecoming weekend in 2005. Plus, Kyle was a husband to Jen, a loving father to 3 wonderful children, a girl and twin boys. He was also a dynamic, wonderful, vibrant personality. With that infectious smile. From his prank videos for University Baptist Church to just being goofy with the kids, Kyle lived. He lived well. And that's what he wanted others to do, for Christ. The thing about Kyle was that he understood what it was like to really be a dynamic Christian. One who was not afraid to reach out, touch, and make people aware of the love of our Lord Jesus Christ. As his benediction said, love God, embrace beauty, and live life to the fullest. He got it, and he shared it too, with the 2 books that he authored, Understanding God's Will, How to Hack the Equation Without Formulas, and Re-Understanding Prayer, a fresh approach to conversation with God. In Kyle's book, Understanding God's Will, he wrote, "Good does not always mean good by our standards. Instead, good by God's standards has to do with the continual process of becoming a learner of Christ, where our lives are being formed into people of humility, compassion, self-control, respect, patience, contentment, etc. It has to do with learning the very best way to live. If we open our eyes and our hearts during the most difficult times in our lives, then even in those times, God can bring about some of the most beautiful things within and around us." Kyle goes on to say, "I would interpret Romans 8:28 as saying, this disappointment, failure, and suffering are simply facts of life. But for those who are actively following God, He can turn disappointment and tragedy into new life." That positive attitude is at the core of the Kyle Lake Foundation and all the good that it seeks to accomplish. And it's in that wonderful spirit of Kyle's that the foundation took form and has continued his work for God in many different ways, from providing financial assistance to Royal Family Kids Camps, Parents Anonymous, Family Legacy Ministries, Kids Across America, Delos Discovery Ministries, and Kyle Lake Scholarships, and so much more. Plus, the foundation is fulfilling its mission by assisting Christians in becoming more aware of recent innovations in the ministry, teaching more people meaningful changes in methods of presenting the gospel, being a source of information and aid for ministry opportunities and needs. The Kyle Lake Foundation is also helping in the distribution of Faith Comes by Hearing MP3 players. Faith Comes by Hearing is a dramatic reading of the New Testament, which has been translated in over 349 languages. Some of the actions of the foundation already include hosting a new wineskins conference in 2008. The purpose was to equip ministers, Christians, and churches to think outside the box in presenting the gospel to better reach the unchurched. This conference featured Dr. Calvin Miller, author of more than 40 books on theology and spirituality. Also, the Kyle Lake Foundation hosted its first soccer camp, which was attended by over 100 East Texas youth. The youngsters not only were taught the fundamentals of soccer, but learned many advanced techniques and skills, all with Christian encouragement. The soccer camp was led by coaches Chris Woodard, Rich Brands, and other area Christian coaches and youth soccer players. Each morning the camp was begun with prayer, and every day there was a break for devotional time, which was led by one of the coaches. The soccer camp for this year is scheduled for July 27th through the 30th at the South Campus of First Baptist Church, Tyler. Look for more information soon on the website at kylelake.org. Additionally, the Kyle Lake Foundation is trying to inform the public of the need for defibrillators in all churches and places of worship. You never know when one could save a life. To keep the work of the foundation going, there are 2 fundraising events each year. The first is a 4-person golf scramble and tournament at Eagles Bluff on Monday, June 1st, with 2 flights, the first starting at 8 a.m. with the second starting at 1 p.m. And another 4-person golf scramble coming to Waco in the fall, with more information coming to the website soon, kylelake.org. Your support is greatly appreciated. And as stated earlier, in the mission statement, the Kyle Lake Foundation exists to assist Christians and Christian churches to be better equipped for making the presence and message of Christ both real and meaningful in an ever-changing world. The Kyle Lake Foundation was established in 2007 as a 501c3 nonprofit charitable entity to continue the focus of Kyle Lake's ministry. And as Kyle said, remember to love God, embrace beauty, and live life to the fullest. We appreciate your interest and time in allowing us to present this program. For more information on the Kyle Lake Foundation, go to kylelake.org. Thank you, and God bless you.